Yo, Big Kids back up in here. I had to make a pit stop. To see what Rapperholics is up to, man. Shout out to our main man, Rapperholics. What is he cooking up with today, man? What he got going on, man? Look, I seen the title. Kendrick Lamar trolls Drake at GNX concert. That's right up our alley. That's what we looking for. Let's see what we got, man. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Lobries and Gentlegrams, in today's episode of Lobry in Gentleland, just when you thought the tiny, terrifying Tupac twin was done drowning Drake down with his
terrifying tiny Tupac twin.
His win, Dr. Dre's protege has doubled down, hitting the chatty, sassy, unclassy Canadian on the chin. The sexy...
Oh, it's still going. We still going with it. We still going. Hold on. My bad. Gotta rewind that. It got to rewind. I need it from the top.
Lobries and Gentlegrams, in today's episode of Lobry in Gentleland, just when you thought the tiny, terrifying Tupac twin was done drowning Drake down with his win, Dr. Dre's protege has doubled down, hitting the chatty, sassy, unclassy Canadian on the chin. The sexy red stunt double Slaughterer and SZA set foot on the GNX tour, mocking the Marilyn Monroe v. Ho's legal war. The Aubrey assassin is back in action, capping at Rihanna's rejected Romeo at his
back in action, Captain.
GNX show. So you know how it go. Like and subscribe, and let me break this concert down for you as if you were in the front row. Now, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, Lobries and Gentlegrams, we got some things to discuss, all right? Because if the Canadian Katy Perry thought he'd be sleeping tight, he's in.
Let's get it. Now, when it comes to the... Let's go, man.
A rough night and another legal fight. Nah, but aside from Drake, I mean, this concert seems like it's incredible. We're gonna break down the visuals, the set list, the skits, the chemistry between Kendrick and SZA. Yes, the chemistry between Kendrick and SZA, and the energy Kendrick had for the balding bearded BBL.
Hey, look, man, y'all need to write a script for each other. Y'all need to go back and forth like Jadakiss and Styles be doing. Y'all know how Jadakiss and Styles be going back and forth? Y'all need to do like a pack out, like a deleted pack, not a deleted pack out, but just go all in on Drake. Fantastic Hip Hop and Rapperholics, they do a collab and they just go all in on just back and forth with it. Brother, yo, that'd be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy. I'm telling you. Rapperholics put them rhymes up in there, and Fantastic Hip Hop, he put them insults. Y'all know he got away with them words. Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Buffoon with a bar mitzvah. All right, I'm done with the rhymes. But again, like and subscribe so you can help me become YouTube's Twista. So, first thing we got to look at is the merch for this tour. Now, there might be a bit of Kendrick glazing in this video, but let me rage bait you guys at the beginning here. I actually don't love the merch that they have for this tour. I mean, it's not bad by...
What they got? They probably was in a rush. But really, sometimes it don't be about the merch. You know, it be about like, okay, let's just show him we here for him. I would get the keychain. I'd grab that keychain joint. That'd be fire. What else they got? This look like some like motorcycle Harley Davidson type. But that's his kind of style. You know what I mean? We do the bell bottoms and all that. What's that? Yeah, what that say down there with Satan or something like that? Y'all let me know what that say. That hat. I don't know what that say. Oh, not today, Satan. I would definitely get that. Not today, Satan. Oh, yeah. I definitely get that. Not today, Satan. Yup. I get that. I get a couple joints on here, you know what I mean? Just to show support, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's what it really is about, though, you know what I mean?
By any means, but I think the merch for Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was much better. And I mean, I guess I'm getting older, inflation's getting crazy, but like, I remember back in the day going to a concert, merch prices were never this crazy. Like $55 for a t-shirt, and that's US dollars. In Canadian currency, that's like $8,000. They used to be like half the price. I remember going to some Jay-Z.
Inflation is crazy now.
Concerts, Kanye's Yeezus show, like the merch was definitely not this expensive. Maybe it was like $25 at the most for a t-shirt. My favorite here definitely has to be the Whacked Up Murals t-shirt though. That to me is the only thing I'd buy here, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Now, we also got to...
Now, hey, look, y'all know I ain't never been nowhere. Only been to one concert in my life. That was a Wu-Tang concert. I remember the Roots had came to Duke one time. And I seen them, but I wasn't at the concert, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't never been to no concert like that. Only been to one concert, y'all. I ain't never been nowhere. Nope. Yep.
Take a look at this stage design.
Yeah. So he's still keeping up with the game. The circle, the square.
Because the first thing I noticed is that it's very similar to the Super Bowl halftime show stage that Kendrick built, right? I mean, for the Super Bowl, you had the whole theme of the Great American Game, and the stage was shaped like a PlayStation console. Here, similarly, you have the PlayStation buttons, like the square, the triangle, and the circle. It's just missing the X, but of course, there was a GNX on stage that Kendrick performed on, which we'll touch on shortly. Definitely a dope setup, and it gives him a lot of room to kind of circle the entire stadium, right? Because it's not just one big stage. In the back, facing the crowd, he's got this little, like, circular runway thing to kind of go off on and interact with the whole crowd. Now,
that's what I love about Dot. He always thinking about his people, bro. He not selfish with it. He not like, y'all, okay, we're going to be on this flat stage. I don't care who see me, long as they here. Nah, he like, yo, he thinking about the audience. He thinking about, okay, how I'm going to put on this show so everybody can see. Everybody, I could reenact with this person on the side. I could reenact with this person. I could reenact with these people up here. And like, bro, you can't hate that, bro. You can't hate that. That's why we got to keep our foot on these people, bro. On these people's neck. Got to keep our foot on their neck.
Before we get into Kendrick and SZA's actual performance, I thought this was hilarious. Mustard did a set at Coachella, and Not Like Us is still ringing off like it just came out last week. And of course, Mustard had to throw in a little sneak diss there, replacing the bars, "Why you trolling like a bee, ain't you tired?" with "Why you suing like a bee, ain't you tired?" Oh, we also got to touch on this Gatorade commercial, because, man, what a run is Kendrick Lamar on right now. I had to get my hate out of the way early on in this video with the GNX merch, and now I guess you could call this glazing, because what rapper have we seen, you know, not only break these boundaries, like going from the Super Bowl to the Grammy Awards to the Pulitzer Prizes to the Gatorade commercials, but it's also all the foreshadowing in his visuals, right? Like, one of the Super Bowl trailers was SZA pouring a bunch of Gatorade on Kendrick Lamar, and now, 2 months later, he has a Gatorade commercial. There's all these hidden messages within everything Kendrick Lamar does, and there's tons of hidden messages within this concert that he just did. So, of course, we're going to...
It was all in the works. It was all in effect. We already know Dot think 5 years before it even happened, bro. You know what I'm saying? The whole PG Lane team, they be thinking about stuff for you, and then we get it later on. Like, oh, the dots, you connecting the dots. Oh, bro, man. Telling you. This dude his brain work like it's a maze.
Break them all down. But first, this is what a Gatorade executive had to say about involving Kendrick Lamar in the campaign. It's the largest celebrity brand campaign in Gatorade's history, and Kendrick's involvement will be the first time a musician is featured in Gatorade ads. Now, this actually might be cap, because there was a Lil Wayne narrated Gatorade commercial back in 2009, and an LL Cool J one before that. But this is definitely the biggest one, and they continue. Hip-hop culture is a big part of sports culture. This is where we're working to make shifts in how we interact with Gen Z. And it doesn't look like it's stopping here for Kendrick, because according to his close associate DJ Head, on his show today, The Bigger Picture, he said that this is going to be a massive week for Kendrick Lamar, and that by next Thursday there's going to be a lot to talk about. So obviously stay tuned on the channel for everything coming up with Kendrick Lamar.
So there's no GNX Deluxe coming on.
Just stay on
week.
stream, bro.
So we can't get Ray Vaughn on this platform.
He said, just stay on stream, bro. Dang. He said, so GNX Deluxe, just stay on, just. Bruh. Oh, you know what that means. Then we been seeing Chike. He been alluding to the Peekaboo video. Ah, man. Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, what the company man say? It's all happening, baby boy. It's all happening, boy. Word is bond, boy. Check it out.
For Kendrick Lamar. And that by next Thursday, there's going to be a lot to talk about. So obviously stay tuned on the channel for everything coming up with Kendrick Lamar.
So there's no GNX Deluxe coming
Just
on
stay
next
on
week.
stream, bro. So we can't get Ray Vaughn on this platform.
Listen, next week, it's going to be a great week in hip hop.
Starting which day? After you come back from WrestleMania?
Yes.
On Monday?
It's going to be a great week.
Hit the ground running?
It's going to be a great week in hip hop next week. We're going to have a lot to discuss on Thursday.
Are you serious?
Like some other shit.
But hey, look. Look at that foot. Look at that foot. That foot wiggling, boy. That foot wiggling, boy. That foot wiggling, boy. That foot wiggling. Look, I told you. When somebody's foot is wiggling, listen, I read body language. When somebody's foot wiggling, that means they get some information or they got some information. They just, they can't hold it. They can't hold it. Look at DJ Head's foot. Look at his foot. Check it out. Watch this, y'all. Remember, we went over Vlad's foot one time when he was just, you know what I mean? Check it out. Watch this. Look at his foot.
Starting which day? After you come back from WrestleMania? On Monday?
It's going to be a great week.
Hit the ground running?
It's
all
going to
in
be a
the
great week in
foot.
hip hop next week. We're going to have a lot to discuss
All
on
in the
Thursday.
foot.
Are you serious?
Like some other shit.
It's in the foot.
I'm just saying, just stay on stream.
It's in the foot. He can't control it. He can't control it. It's all in the foot. That's how you look. When you reading body language, when some people know how to control it, some people can't. He got so much information that since he can't say nothing about it, it's all coming. The energy is coming through his foot. Y'all check it out. Y'all think I'm bullshit? I ain't playing. Listen, this is some real stuff. The energy is coming throughout his foot. I know it. It's just something about to go down. Something about to go down, y'all. I don't know if it's the Pickaboo video alongside of GNX Deluxe. Something about to go down. We gotta stay tuned. Look at this, all in the foot.
He whispered to me.
I'm not
That
whispering it to you.
And it's interesting. I couldn't tell if that was him confirming that we wouldn't get a GNX Deluxe. I personally don't really want a GNX Deluxe. I feel like Kendrick has made it very clear that he lives in the present.
Shit, I do. I want it all. Let's get it. We need it. We need all that information.
He's constantly evolving. He's not thinking of the past or the future. His work reflects where he's presently at. So while I'd love some new Kendrick music, I'd hope it'd be a whole new album, whole new concept, instead of like a double disc sort of thing. But I'll take what I could get. And before we get into
that's where I'm at with it. I'll take what I can get. You know what I'm saying?
This Kendrick concert, if you guys want to still make comparisons between Kendrick and the Canadian Corcus, look at how La Brianna was performing a couple years back. There's a reason why that man's not performing in stadiums. But, you know, to all the hoes who were crying about bots, crying about the battle on the charts, how Kendrick has been blocking Drake from hitting #1 with Nokia, all these lawsuits about Kendrick faking streams. While Drake was out canceling his Australian shows, look at the crowd that Kendrick and SZA saw tonight.
Look at that, man. Stop playing. Stop playing, bro. Look at that. How could you fake this? What are you talking about? Look at all of them like, yo, what are you talking about? Stop playing, bruh. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Stop playing, bro.
Look at all those bots.
This is a stadium. Stop playing, bro. What is y'all talking about?
So many damn bots. You would think this was a robot factory, not a concert. But we gotta talk about the set list that they put on for all of these robots in the crowd, because they performed 51 songs between both of them, Kendrick and SZA, taking it all the way back to the classics and bringing it all the way to the present day, even performing some unreleased music, which we're gonna touch on. And I love how it wasn't like a Kendrick then SZA concert. It was very much a Kendrick and SZA concert. Like, they integrated into each other's set list perfectly. So Kendrick started off the show performing Whacked Out Murals, Squabble Up. Then he went into the classics, King Kunta. Then he switched it up to TV Off. Then SZA jumped on stage. They did 30 for 30. She did some of her songs, Love Galore, Broken Clocks. Then there was a skit. We're going to break down all the skits later in the video. But then Kendrick came back on stage. He did Euphoria. He switched up the lyrics there. We're going to touch on that later as well. He did Hey Now, Reincarnated. Then there was another skit. Then he went into Humble, Backseat Freestyle, Family Ties, Swimming Pools, Mad City, All Right, Man at the Garden. I won't touch on the whole set list, but you also had All the Stars, Love, where SZA was doing the chorus with Kendrick. You had Dodger Blue, Peekaboo, Like That, DNA, Good Credit with Playboy Cardi, Money Trees. He did the Drake track, Poetic Justice. SZA even did her Lobby Lullaby song, Rich Baby Daddy. Then Kendrick went into TV Off again and Not.
That lets you know that Kendrick ain't really on it like that. He know how to troll too. He has a sense of humor as well. Because if it was like really like that, he wouldn't have did the you know what I'm saying, the Poetic Justice joint. He wouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh nah, I don't want nothing to do with him. Nah, You know what I'm saying? Like he got a sense of humor too. But he gonna get at you. He gonna get at you though.
Not Like Us. And they closed off the show with Luther and Gloria. So let's break the whole show down. So for everyone complaining that Kendrick didn't get into the hits at the Super Bowl, on this show, he definitely got into the hits. And SZA was a great addition to it, especially when they both did Kendrick's song Love together, and she was singing on the hook. And of course, Kendrick started the show off with a bang, Euphoria being one of the first songs he did, with the visuals reading, "Don't tell no lies about me, won't tell truths about you."
Don't tell no lies about me, I won't tell truths about you.
He also replaced the final bars of Euphoria by saying, "It's there, I'm further. That's something you don't want to do." Instead of, "If you take it there, I'm taking it further, and that's something you don't want to do." At this point, basically telling the world, like, it's there, it already went there, and now I'm further. Not just that I took it further, but I am in a position farther ahead than you. Those weren't the only bars he replaced.
For him to be able to replace that, bro, that takes, that takes muscle memory. Man, bro, you got to be a actual master at your craft to do this. Not on one song, but multiple songs. You got to be an expert at what you do, man.
Though, when he did Whacked Out Murals, he replaced the Lil Wayne bar by, instead of saying, "Used to bump the Carter 3, wore my Rolly chain, proud the irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down," he said, "The irony, I think my old work let Lil Wayne down."
Used to bump the Carter 3, held my Rolly chain, proud irony, think my old work let Lil Wayne down.
He's always moving in the present moment, and presently, the visuals on this tour are incredible as well. He also did some mashups of different instrumentals with some of his classic hits. He did a mashup of Sweet Love by Anita Baker and Mad City, as well as a mashup of his song Count Me Out and Don't Kill My Vibe. We also got a skit of Kendrick and SZA at a gas station.
That's what that was about. Oh, y'all remember them pictures came out? That was that right there.
I said I want regular Fritos, and there's a huge difference between a chimichanga and chamoy.
I'd like to add shit on top of shit.
I said you was nice over there.
You did it last time. That the whole list that I had in my head that you told me the first time.
I mean, you actually told me something.
Hey, look, man, it going. That's
It's very
crazy.
clear. You didn't remember.
Hey,
Or glass.
what is it? Chamoy.
Your fans are Mexican. How do you chamoy?
What's it? Chamoy, chimichanga.
Hey, you hear the Mexicans in the, hey, look, your fans are Mexican. How you not know that? Hey, look. Man, I love them two together, man.
She make my heart. My flaring in. Her anxiety.
How do you not remember my shit? I would never not remember the shit. It's Fritos or Cheetos.
That's her shit.
It actually is.
There were pictures of them shooting something at this gas station. Many people thought it was the Luther music video at the time, but turns out it was the skits for this
I
tour.
thought it was
and
the
again, I
Peekaboo.
can't emphasize how good it seems like the chemistry is between Kendrick and SZA.
Yeah,
Everything from
yeah.
the skits to the performances.
Oh, that's fire. I think they could make a movie together. Cause that was movie quality right there. I think they could do a movie. I think they could do a movie. I think they could do a movie.
This one, especially of Gloria, this is just beautiful.
My woman in my right hand, my saint have my sin.
And when they first announced this tour together, I was actually admittedly a bit confused because even though, you know, they were raised on the same label, I felt like Kendrick and SZA kind of targeted way different demographics. Like, I was thinking I would have rather seen, you know, a different rapper with Kendrick on stage instead of SZA. But like her vocal delivery, the variety she brings, and then, you know, all the hits that they have together, I don't know how I didn't see it before, right? Like, just off GNX alone, Luther and Gloria, and then you had 30 for 30, All the Stars, I'm forgetting a few, and then she's harmonizing on other Kendrick tracks. Throughout this performance, it was perfect. They definitely meshed very well together, and you could tell this was a very rehearsed, well thought out show. Like, you had the props, you had the stage animation, the different PlayStation control buttons are like flying up out of the air. SZA was flying throughout the entire concert. But let's get back to the music. So Kendrick also did his unreleased track called, I don't know, Bodies, Tiramisu. What do you guys want to call it? And this is the extended version, the same one he did at the Super Bowl, where he had that line at the end where he said, I forget exactly what it was, but something along the lines of, remember when you guys used to argue back then who was the number one and the number two? The topic was always hilarious to me. You brought him out to me. I brought out the broom. And obviously that's in relation to, you know, remember way back when we used to discuss who was the top five, you know, smoking on your top five. Who was top one but not one? Sorry, that was a Drake bar, and it was, no, I said top five, but I'm top two, and I'm not two. Kendrick is saying here, remember when we used to argue about that? You brought him right to me. You brought that guy that thought he was top one to me, and I carried out the broom. I swept him up. And then I opened my mouth, and I got some Grammys right now. And I think the most hilarious part of this entire concert was the deposition style skits that they did throughout the thing. So we'll touch on the first one first.
Hey, look,
yes, the first one.
them joints was funny. Them joints was hilarious, boy.
First, I definitely have a way with words. This one was leading into the song Squabble Up, and Kendrick is asked, you know, like, you said you wanted the party to die. Is that a threat?
No, we're not here for that. We're here to take a deposition, and that requires you to not be on your phone.
All right, go ahead.
You said you wanted the party to die. Was that a metaphor? Or were you being serious?
I said it's a good song.
No, I understand you think it's a good song, but it's not answering my question. Were you being metaphorical, or should it be taken as a threat?
Whatever you want to take.
I said what I said.
The record reflect, I'll take it as a threat.
And this is hilarious for so many reasons, right? There's another one that leads into Not Like Us, another skit, so we'll touch on that later. But of course, this is in reference to the fact that, you know, Drake is now suing UMG over Not Like Us and requesting an insane amount of discovery from UMG and from Kendrick's label. He wants Kendrick's contracts, all the interactions UMG had with the Super Bowl, with the Grammy Awards, to license the song. He wants to depose different executives at the company. Basically, he wants to sit them down and question them, right? So Kendrick is obviously mocking that here. And I mean, just on a side note, Drake recently amended his lawsuit, meaning that he added some new allegations in there and removed some, specifically the one source he had that
They said the pages went from like 90-something pages to like 100 and something.
he thought proved that Kendrick used bots to stream Not Like Us inauthentically. And I just want to read you guys UMG's response to Drake's new lawsuit because this is insane. So UMG said, Drake.
Hey, shout out to Rapperholics. He reacting to the post. Y'all look at the community post. It was a bug in the plate. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, those hop hash brown. I wasn't gonna call out the restaurant, but that's them, bro. Yeah.
Unquestionably one of the world's most accomplished artists with whom we've enjoyed a 16-year successful relationship is being misled by his legal representatives into taking one
he said they don't even have IHOP in Canada. He say you got a bug in yours. Yeah. He said he just had IHOP for the first time in Dallas. Wow. Make some noise for Rapaholics eating IHOP for the first time. That's crazy. They ain't got no IHOP in Canada. That's wild.
Absurd legal step after another. In Texas last November, his counsel instituted a legal processing with much fanfare and bluster. On Monday, they quietly dropped the case. In New York in January, Drake's counsel filed a defamation lawsuit. Fearful of being sanctioned by the court for asserting false allegations, tonight they amended the complaint to withdraw them, only to add more baseless allegations. 2 weeks ago, his representatives celebrated a quote-unquote win, the granting of a routine discovery motion. That win will become a loss if this frivolous and reckless lawsuit is not dropped in its entirety, because Drake will personally be subject to discovery as well. As the old saying goes, be careful what you wish for. Both the Texas and New York proceedings...
That's a fact. Be careful what you wish for. Everything Drake been saying has been coming to fruition in a bad way. In a bad way. Everything Dot been saying has been coming... I'm telling you, man, now is the time to repent and be on the side of good. The universe is shifting. It's no longer in favor of evil no more. It's shifting to good. I'm telling you, get your life right. Hold on, I'm just looking at everybody's messages in that post from the IHOP situation. That was not my plate. That was somebody behind me plate. I do not eat swine. I don't eat bacon. I would not have the energy that I have if I ate pork. I do not eat pork, y'all. I can't believe y'all think that I eat pork. That's a shame. That's as much as we... You know what? I'm going to just continue with the video.
Are an affront to all artists and creative expression. Should his legal representatives senselessly keep the New York lawsuit alive, we will demonstrate that all remaining claims are without merit. It's shameful that these foolish and frivolous legal theatrics continue. They are reputationally and financially costly to Drake and have no chance of success. Basically saying Drake made baseless claims in his first lawsuit, so he had to correct it, and added in even more baseless claims in his second one, and he celebrated the small win in that the judge granted him the typical process of being able to depose UMG executives, interview them, get their internal documents, but that's going to be a huge threat to Drake when he himself has to actually get in an interview, a deposition, and start talking to our lawyers. And capping it off by saying, be careful what you wish for. So obviously Kendrick is mocking him with this deposition, but what it's also a callback to is the famous Lil Wayne deposition way back in 2012 when, I don't even remember what Lil Wayne was being deposed for, but you guys have probably seen that video where, you know, Lil Wayne looks like he wants to be anywhere but that deposition. The guy keeps asking him questions and he just keeps saying, I don't recall, I don't recall. So Kendrick here is obviously referencing that with this skit, and why it's so funny is because just the other day, Lil Wayne did an interview with Rolling Stones where he said he was singing Not Like Us at a concert because he didn't even know that it was actually with this skit. And why it's so funny is because just the other day, Lil Wayne did an interview with Rolling Stones where he said he was singing Not Like Us at a concert because he didn't even know that it was actually a Kendrick Lamar song, let alone a diss to Drake. And in that Rolling Stone interview, he didn't recall a bunch of things, right? Just like that deposition where he said, I don't recall, which was, you know, supposed to be a joke because he didn't want to talk to those lawyers in those depositions. In this new Rolling Stones interview, he literally doesn't recall some of the biggest moments in hip hop. He had no idea that Jay-Z and Kanye West released a collab album, Watch the Throne. He barely knew about the Drake and Kendrick beef, was literally completely unaware of Not Like Us, the biggest hit of last year that literally mentioned Lil Wayne by name, you know, effed on Wayne's girl while he was in jail.
I think Wayne got so stuck on this whole idea of I don't write, you know, I can't. So one of his things was I can't listen to nobody else because I would start implementing their lyrics into my songs. And I got so many songs out there. I got to be focused and conscious on not saying the same thing twice. And I don't know anything. And bruh, you got to stop, bruh. You got to stop. I know you wanted to do this little alien thing. You out of this world. You not like nobody else. We got you. We get it. We get it. All this I forgot and I don't know nothing. I don't know. bruh, that's is working to your detriment. It's messing you up. Cause these people are looking at you like, okay, yeah, we can't hire him for nothing. He gonna forget everything. He gonna forget everything. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, you better stop, man. Lil Wayne, you better stop acting like you don't know nothing. You a novice and you don't know no. Who's Jay-Z? Who? Oh, you talking about that? Yeah, I don't know. Bruh, stop. It's corny, bruh. It's corny. It's corny. Back then, it used to work when you first came out. Yeah, I don't write, and I'm an alien, and you know what I'm saying? I'm amazing. It was cool. Now, bruh, it's 2025. Everybody about that work. You playing. That's corny now. It don't work no more. Ain't nobody gonna hire you. You gonna forget everything. You see what happened. That is corny. You don't know nobody. You didn't know that. Bruh, you knew. Get out of here. That's whack. It's corny.
Jail that's conniving to get his face tatted like a bee apologizing. So clueless that the song exists that he actually started singing it on stage. And he also had no idea that Lil Durk has been incarcerated for the last 6 months, even though people in his crew were wearing Free Lil Durk t-shirts. I don't know if Kendrick's making a reference to all that with this skit, but he's definitely referencing the famous Lil Wayne deposition. But let's continue on. I thought this was interesting. At the Super Bowl, Kendrick wore a chain with the lowercase letter A. Now, obviously, this was the PG Lang logo, right? It's the letter A, but you could also say that this was a double entendre because DJ Mustard came out at that Super Bowl set and he was wearing a chain with the letter M, an uppercase M. That represents the chord A minor. It's spelt like that with a lowercase a and then a capital M for minor. A-M was what they were wearing at the Super Bowl, and now on this GNX tour, he's wearing an X chain. Specifically.
Hey, look. He on to something. AMX. Hold on. Let me rewind this, y'all. My brain went a little. I start wondering a little bit. Hold on.
Letter M, an uppercase M. That represents the chord A minor. It's spelled like that with a lowercase a and then a capital M for minor. A-M was what they were wearing at the Super Bowl. And now on this GNX tour, he's wearing an X chain, specifically performing Peekaboo in an X chain.
Oh, yeah.
I could do a whole video on the XXX Tentacion Peekaboo theory if you guys want, but
yeah, we want that. People love that XXX when you dive deep into the that whole thing. Yeah, we like to hear that.
Basically, there's a theory that Peekaboo is a callback to XXX and his, affiliation with Drake, or the fact that, there's rumors that Drake did some things to, get XXX off this planet. I won't go too deep into it, but X had a charity called the Helping Hand Challenge, and Drake copied that for his God's Plan music video. X called him out for that, and the sample on Peekaboo is the song Helping Hand. Again, at the Super Bowl, the stage was a PlayStation, and the buttons were X, square, triangle, and a circle, and Kendrick performed Peekaboo in the X part of the stage, and then now he's performing the song with an X chain on. The X could represent GNX, it could represent excellence, it could represent XXX.
But and when he performed it inside of the X, it was at the 30 mark, like directly on it. The 30. So XXX, bruh, I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, this ain't no coincidence, man. I'm telling you. That be on to something. He be doing this on purpose, bruh.
Tentacion, that's up for you guys to decide. But speaking of GNX, Kendrick had said that to him the most important song off that project was the song Man at the Garden, and he performed that on this tour standing on top of the GNX. He also premiered a brand new verse to the song Family Ties. And I thought this was dope because we never heard Kendrick on that first beat of Family Ties, right? There was that whole beat switch, and I thought Kendrick would suit that first beat a lot better than the second beat. Kind of sounds like Euphoria, so he definitely went off on this.
Bro, Doc got so much music, bro. Remember, he said he lost hard drives. That don't mean he lost them. No, but whatever he write with on whatever paper he write on or however he put his notes in his phone, that don't mean he lost them lyrics. That don't mean he lost them lyrics. He just lost the song that he laid down. He got thousands of songs, I'm sure.
Then we get another Kendrick and SZA skit.
Same thing. Let's try it.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's a SZA joint.
Let's ask the cookie. Is this love? Or is this hate?
I'm not asking that fortune cookie nothing.
Or you don't fuck with fortune.
Dot getting this poetic justice on. He getting get this poetic justice. Oh, the song Poetic Justice. Oh, we got to look into that.
Wow. I'm curious. What lies about me are truths.
Oh.
And of course, we get the skit leading into Not Like Us.
Well, I'll keep moving. I don't know. I'm here.
Okay, does this ring a bell? Drop. 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 Drop.
Now, this is hilarious, right?
Let's
Obviously, he's
go.
referencing, the drop that Drake rapped on Family Matters right before Kendrick set off the nuke that was Meet the Grams and Not Like Us. Kendrick also made a callback to this on his verse on the song Good Credit by Playboi Carti, where he just rapped, drop. And I love it, right? Like at the Super Bowl, he teased Not Like Us with all those skits talking about like, should I play their favorite song? I know they love to sue. Or, standing behind all the women dancers, contemplating if he should perform the song, teasing it, being like, nah, I'll switch it up and do something for the ladies. Here, he's not doing all that teasing. He goes right into it. He raps every bar, every word. PDF and all that. And of course we get the skit beforehand where, he's being questioned like, what the F is wrong with you, Kendrick? You're inciting violence here with bars like wop 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 dot F 'em up. You're causing lawsuits to be filed, right? Like you're in here being deposed because of this terrible song that you put out, right? And do the words drop sound familiar to you? Those were the words that set you off on this criminal path that led to the Canadian walking comedy skit to be put in the casket. I love it though. And then we get the finale of the show. And here's a little look at the intro.
Bruh, Dot, don't forget, man. He put on the DMX outfit and all of that. Always paying homage. He letting you know he's down to earth. He there right with you. This is why his audience is so solid. He letting people know like, nah, man, I ain't too good for nobody, bro. I'm here right along with y'all. I'm right here.
Right before he rapped Whacked Out Murals.
Look at all that theatrics, man. That's a real concert, bro. SZA doing, man? SZA be having them bugs and stuff. I like bugs too. I like bugs too. Uh-oh.
Yesterday They somebody wiped out my real.
And all in all, Kendrick just knows how to put on a performance, right? Like, if you go back to the Mr. Morale tour, that's the one I saw him on. I think that's when he really started integrating like a lot of choreography, a lot of visuals into his performances. I can't speak on earlier ones. I never saw them. And YouTube clips don't really do it justice. Like the Pimp a Butterfly tour, the Good Kid, Mad City tour, I don't see him with a bunch of dancers. I mean, even this GNX tour, I didn't really see many dancers, right, in the clips that we've already seen. But there's definitely a lot of skits, tons of variety, right? Like they're switching it up. They're going from some Kendrick songs to then some SZA songs to some songs that they do together, skits that they do together. And this tour feels like the GNX album. It feels very raw, very rooted in like just the core of the grittiest elements of hip hop, right? Everything from the outfits Kendrick was wearing, they're very reminiscent, in my opinion, to the Cash Money Hot Boy days, or the outfits that DMX used to wear with, you know, the beanie and the camo. Maybe that's what his X chain was in reference to as well. Of course, the GNX itself is a central theme to the, you know, set of the tour, the set design. It being placed right in the middle, replacing the X controller from the PlayStation, but still having, you know, the triangle, the square, the circle, and those elevating up into the crowd as they're performing. I think this is the perfect concert for a stadium, right? Because it's not just Kendrick going up there performing a couple songs, calling it a day. You had everything from the skits to the moving stages to the, you know, back and forth between him and SZA. He gave us the hits. He gave us the album cuts. I'm surprised he didn't do more of Mr. Morale on this tour. But again, he likes to keep things very current. But as far as I could see here, he really didn't do much at all for Mr. Morale. He didn't do N95. He didn't do Savior. He didn't do Auntie Diaries. I don't think he would actually perform that. But yeah, not much from To Pimp a Butterfly either, aside from King
Auntie Diaries, that's my joint.
Kunta. I think he really kept it to, you know, the bangers on this tour. I think he also did every single song off of GNX except for the actual album title track, GNX. I mean, what didn't he do? He did Whacked Up Murals, Dodger Blue. What do you guys think? Are you going to go check out this show? I wish I could. I mean, I'm like 6-7 hours away from Toronto, so I'm contemplating getting a ticket and driving out there, but I might need a couple more videos putting up some numbers before I could afford that. These tickets don't come cheap, man. And I love it how, you know, all
Hey, see, hey, look, them joints is expensive. Them joints, and they worth it too. They worth it. It is worth it. Definitely worth it.
Aubrey Angels, all the OV hoes were saying like this tour was about to get canceled. It wasn't selling out. No one listens to Kendrick Lamar in real life, right? He proved them all wrong here. And as far as I could tell, I can't really see a connection between the different skits of the performance. I think they all kind of have their own storyline, right? Like Kendrick and SZA at the gas station versus the ones of them being deposed legally. But we'll keep doing some digging as we get some more footage from the show. And maybe some more Kendrick music is on the way. I mean, that's what DJ Head seems to be insinuating. And that would be crazy to see since, you know, GNX is still in the top 5 of the Billboard charts. It only came out like, what, 5 months ago? Punch from TDE made an interesting point in that people seem to forget Kendrick was a very active rapper before the big break he took between Damn and Mr. Morale. Before then, he was dropping an album like every 1 to 2 years. It was just that long break between Damn and Mr. Morale where, you know, COVID hit. He was renegotiating his record deal with UMG, getting out of the TDE deal, you know, starting PG Lang, putting his cousin Baby Keem on, letting him have his shine in 2021 with his album, The Melodic Blue. But I think this is the perfect time for Kendrick to come back to, like, absolutely dominate for the next couple of years, right? And it seems like he's in
communicating feelings of being stagnant. The business, what I was lacking. He had to take time to get the business right. You know what I'm saying? Had to get his business right. That's why he came back and say, look, show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You know what I'm saying? Look, he got his business right now.
In the right headspace to do so. But as far as we know now, I mean, there's only one unreleased track that he's been playing on this tour. So it would be very interesting if he dropped a brand new album after he already embarked on this tour, after the set list was already developed. To me personally, that logically doesn't make sense, right? Because why would you start this whole tour, get the whole set list together before you put out the album, then put out the album in the middle of the tour and not, you know, have the set list constructed in a way where you're integrating?
Oh, I thought this was the one we was looking at. Oh yeah, okay. I got a little article too. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the concert. Let me know in the comment section what state are you going to the concert in. Me, I'm going to be at the Charlotte joint. If you're going to be at the Charlotte joint, hey, look, put in the comment section. We're going to be there. We're going to be, hey, look, We gonna be turned. We gonna be lit. We gonna be turning it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think though, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.